Welcome to Silage Academy. In this video, we'll be learning how to apply the laws of indices in solving mathematical problems in index form. So we'll be solving some of these examples here. We have 4 examples: example 1, example 2, example 3, and example 4. We'll be solving these examples using these laws of indices right here. If you have not seen my video on how to use each of these laws in solving mathematical problems, I would advise you click on the card on the top right corner of your screen to go and watch those videos, so it will help you understand this one better. Okay, now let's proceed. Solving question number 1. For question number 1, we have a raised to power 2m over 3m times a raised to power minus 3m over n divided by 1 over a raised to power m over n. So what we are going to do here, this question number 1, what we are going to do here is this division sign here. Remember, after the division sign, the question we have here is a fractional question. So what we are going to do here, we apply the negative index law here. As you can see, that says that when a number is raised to a negative power, it is the same as raising that number 1 over that same number with a positive power. So in this case, you have 1 over a raised to power m over n. What this one is going to be is a raised to power minus m over n. So you will just give the power a negative sign. This is what I mean here. You have a raised to power 2m over 3n times a raised to power minus 3m over n divided by, here now is going to be a raised to power minus m over n. Now it has a negative side. We apply this negative index law, law number 6 here. What I have here. So in this case, we can now apply the multiplication law here. That says that when two numbers multiply, when you have numbers of the same base, you add their powers up. Then when they are divided, because we have a division sign here, you subtract their powers. And that's what we are going to do. Let's go. This is now equal to a raised to power 2m over 3n. The powers we add up, so plus this minus 3m over n. This division sign here will apply division law here. So we have minus, then they have a minus sign here, minus m over n. So let's do justice to that. Plus times minus will give you plus. So you have a raised to power 2m over 3n. Plus times minus is minus 3m over n. Minus times minus is plus m over n. So what we are going to do here, we'll just solve this as a normal fraction. This is going to be a raised to power, what's the LCM of 3n, n, and n? That's going to be 3n. So find the LCM. 3n. 3n is the LCM. 3n in 3n will give you 1. 1 times 2m is 2m. 2m. n in 3n, n will cancel out. So you are left with 3. 3 times 3m is going to be minus 6m. So this is, 3 times 3m is 9. So minus 9m. You also have n in n, they will cancel out. 3 times n will give you 3m. So this is going to be plus 3m. So this will now be equal to a raised to power 2m minus 9m will give you minus 7m. Minus 7m plus 3m will give you minus 4m. So a raised to power minus 4m over 3m. And this is our final answer. Very simple. For question number 2, we have a raised to power 2 number 1 over 4 or raised to power 1 over 2. Yes, the first thing we are going to do, of course, is to change the mixed number to an improper fraction. In changing that, we have a raised to the power 4 times 2 will give us 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. A raised to the power 9 over 4, all raised to the power 1 over 2. In this, we are going to apply the power law here, which is law number 3, that says that when a number is raised to more than 1 power, the powers will multiply. In this case, we have 9 over 4 as the first power and 1 over 2 as the second power. They will both multiply. This is going to give us a raised to the power 9 over 4 times 1 over 2. 9 over 4 times 1 over 2 will give us 9 times 1. So we have a raised to the power 9 times 1 will give us 9 over 4 times 2, 8. 9 over 8. And this is our final answer. For question number 3, just remember to like this video, subscribe, and share this video to anyone you think this video might be also be helpful to. Okay, let's roll together. For question number 3, we have 8 raised to the power 1 over 3 times 5 raised to the power 2 over 3 all over 10 raised to the power 2 over 3. Here's what we are going to do. 8 raised to the power 1 over 3. This 8 now, we are going to apply the fractional index law here. Where is it? Because the fractional index law, where we say that when a number is raised to power 1, a fraction is going to be the nth root of a. So here we have 8 raised to the power 1 over 3, meaning that it's going to be cube roots of 8 times 5 whole number, 5 raised to the power 2 over 3. All of them over 10, means 10 can be written as 2 times 5, right? All raised to the power 2 over 3. Now, what is the cube root of 8? The cube root of 8 is 2. That is 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So cube root of 8 is 2. That's going to be 2. Then times, we don't have the cube root of 5. It's going to give us a decimal. So we are going to leave it this way. Times 5 raised to the power 2 over 3 all over 2 times 5. Here, this power here, everything in the bracket is carrying this power. If you look at this law here, a times b raised to the power n, everything here is the same as a raised to the power n times b raised to the power n. So you have 2 times 5 raised to the power 2 over 3. It can also be the same as 2 raised to the power 2 over 3 times 5 raised to the power 2 over 3. It's still the same thing. Okay. Now, 5, we have 5 raised to the power raised to the power 2 over 3 here, 5 raised to the power 2 over 3 here. So they can both cancel out. They will cancel out. And you are left with 2 over 2 raised to the power 2 over 3. Okay. And this is equal to 2 raised to the power 1 divided by 2 raised to the power 2 over 3 divided by 2 raised to the power 2 over 3. Now you have that. You are going to apply the second law here. So mean that their powers will subtract. So it's going to be, this will not be equal to 2 raised to the power 1 then minus 2 over 3. If you have to solve that, you have the LCM. So 1 is the same as 1 over 1. So the LCM of 1 and 3 is 3. So this is going to be 2 raised to the power. LCM here is 3. 1 in 3 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 3 in 3 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Minus 2. Let me continue up here. It's going to be 2 raised to the power 3 minus 2 will give you 1. So 2 raised to the power 1 over 3. And this is our final answer. For question number 4, which is the last question we have here, we have 20a raised to the power 3 b times b raised to the power 6 all over 4a raised to the power 4 and b raised to the power 3. First thing we are going to do here, 4 we divide 20. So 4 in 4 will give us 1, 4 in 20 will give us 5. In this case, this is equal to 5. Then a, the like terms, we'll do the like terms here. A raised to the power 3 divided by a raised to the power 4. A raised to the power m divided by n. So their powers will subtract. That's going to be a raised to the power 3 minus 4. Then b raised to the power 6 divided by b raised to the power 3. the powers will also subtract. So times b raised to power 6 minus 3. This is equal to 5 a raised to power 3 minus 4 give us minus 1. So that's a raised to power minus 1 minus 1. Then b raised to power 6 minus 3 is 3. 6 raised to power 3. And this is our final answer. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and also on your notification so that whenever I drop a very impactful video like this, you will always get notified. And also do well to always engage. If there's any question, you can write it down on the comment section. If there's any other topic you want us to treat, you can also write it on the comment section.